Well, Singapore's IPO market could be ringing in a new era, with the SGX now on track for nearly 30 listings in 2026. It would follow a record amount raised last year. Analysts say Singapore's reputation as a safe haven continues to attract listings. Already, liquidity has improved, with trading volumes doubling over the past 18 months. CNA's Ivy Chalk tells us more.
With a strike of the gong, the Singapore Exchange welcomes its third main board IPO this year. Homegrown workspace provider Justco is raising 100 million Singapore dollars to fund expansion plans overseas. The GIC-backed company adds that recent stimulus measures, like a 6.5 billion program to increase investor interest, have also helped cement the decision.
Definitely, it helps a lot. I think in the past, there's a lot of concern about liquidity and investment into a growth company, a non-REIT company. But with that program, I think that the funds are more open. We continue to plan to use proceeds from the IPO to grow in all the markets that we are in. But particularly, we are focusing in Japan as our core market, because the reason is, number one, we are very lowly penetrated in Japan. There's a lot of growth potential in Japan.
The Singapore Exchange says it's on track to closing nearly 30 listings this year, with many more in the pipeline. Now, this comes after Singapore logged a record high in IPO proceeds last year, surging to a total of about $3 billion and topping the list for Southeast Asia's IPO market.
We're looking to get more higher growth companies onto our platform. If we see at some of the deals that came through in the recent 6 to 9 months, we also see that diversity building up within sectors that are more familiar to us already. Historically, in the REIT space, we've seen very sizable deals happen. I think that will continue. But also there, we see changes towards new economy with digital infrastructure assets such as data center providers come through.
Market watchers say the stars may be aligning for SGX. Its appeal as a safe haven, along with dual listing arrangements, could see future IPOs range from 100 million to over $1 billion Singapore dollars.
That could be coupled around the whole fact that liquidity is stronger here, diversification in terms of investor base, strength in the overall ecosystem is built out, and a strength in SGX. In addition to all the initiatives that's being put into revitalizing the stock market, exploring secondary listings for companies via companies that are listed on other exchanges is, I think, the next roadmap in terms of potential issuers coming to Singapore.
SGX says its dual listing link with Nasdaq could go live within months, with the first listings expected in the second half of the year. With retail investors now its fastest growing group, it plans to make investing more accessible through stronger investor education and lower barriers to entry.
On the wave of market activity coming off the back of a strong year for new listings on the Singapore stock market, we take a look at how some of the biggest debuts have performed. A real estate investment trust amongst those that drove momentum on the Singapore bourse, with NTT DC REIT leading the pack. The data center REIT raising some $842 million. It listed amid fluctuating sentiment around artificial intelligence and saw a muted debut, although it is the Citysay's largest IPO in more than a decade. Centurion Accommodation REIT, another standout. The housing operator brought in close to 816 million Singapore dollars for its debut, and shares have since risen more than 20%. Deloitte has estimated the listing of these two REITs accounting for some 70% of total funds raised on the bourse in 2025. Investors also showing interest in technology-related listings. Medical tech firm Ultragreen AI garnering $400 million after listing in December, while software provider Infotech Systems raised almost 62 million Singapore dollars. Smaller listings also adding to market activity. Property developer Soon Hock Enterprise joined the SGX main board in October, bringing in roughly 48 million Singapore dollars. Meanwhile, Catalyst listed Lam Chung Creation saw strong gains in its share price after debuting in July. A strong slate of listings helping to drive growth in Singapore's bourse, with Deloitte naming the country Southeast Asia's top IPO market by proceeds last year.